Hey fan, it's me, Aaron. It's the first week of June, and this week is insanely good. A lot of times the publishers try to put all their best books out in the first week, and then they can have reorders all month long that count towards the final number in the sales charts. But this week had so many good things, and it's just one of those things where I feel so giddy about being a comic book fan, and getting to read this stuff early is cool too. And it is Tuesday, not Wednesday when I make this. But seriously, this book, Babyteeth, was awesome. And I know that I only really talk about the stuff that I like. And a lot of time it's just, everything is good, and this is good, and that's good. But this is great. This book and this writer, Donny Cates, this is his breakout book. He did a book a year or so back for Dark Horse. Then he did God Country for Image that instantly sold out, and now the first issue goes for like $50 on eBay. Then he did Redneck Vampires, and that instant sellout out the gate, going for $10, $15 on eBay, whatever. And those are good indicators that that his popularity is bigger than what retailers know, bigger than what retailers are ordering for, hence the sellouts and the aftermarket stuff. I'm not promoting aftermarket like, oh, you need to invest in comics and put yourself through college or your kids through college or something. I'm saying, look at this. Consistently, this guy is quality and sells out. Aftermarket value shows that he's under-ordered. And this book, Donny Cates' Babyteeth, was great. It is a story of an Antichrist baby. There's some twists in here. I've read the first 2 issues. The first issue starts, the whole world's gone to total shit, and probably because of the baby, obviously, the Antichrist. And then it flashes back to right before the baby was born, and we get a whole lot of craziness during the pregnancy, the actual delivery and all that stuff. And then the second issue goes into a whole lot more cool stuff. But this issue, it's kind of a fast read, but it's great. It reminds me of those first issues I read of Why Last Man, our saga. Donny says he's influenced heavily by Jason Aaron, which I guess Jason Aaron does Southern Bastards, and he's like, well, I'm gonna do rednecks and vampires if you're already taking rednecks and football and barbecue. But anyway, this is good. Check him out. I imagine that you will be able to sell this on eBay later if you hate it anyway for at least the $4 you paid for it. And that's my advice. Get it, try it, Babyteeth. I mean, look at this pentagram in the pregnancy test. I mean, that's cool. Come on now. Also from Aftershock, Pestilence 2 came out. We'll have the second print of 1, and that book was pretty darn good. Frank Tierras did a good job with that, and it's buzzy, but man, Babyteeth, seriously. Get Babyteeth, Gwar for a money-back guarantee in our store, and you don't even have to come to me for your money back if you have an eBay account. You just sell on eBay, probably make a profit instantly. Moving on, Divided States of Hysteria. This is Howard Chaykin. Howard Chaykin has always done some of these political type, edgy books. This book is definitely over the edge, and it's done in a time when America is very, very hypersensitive about all kinds of things, and this takes on those issues head on, full blast, full frontal. Issues with Islam and terrorism, issues with transgender people, and the trap defense and things that are totally shitty to do with that. And yeah, his art is, people either like it or don't like it. But this is a very timely and very, it's a little hard to read because it's so controversial, I guess. I'm very interested in what the response will be of this book from, I don't know, Reddit and the general population, as they do their knee-jerk reaction and actual in-depth, analysis. But it was, obviously he's a, Howard Chaykin is a comic book legend, all the way back to Marvel's Star Wars, from the first issue of Marvel's Star Wars where it was A New Hope, all the way through a lot of his Black Kiss and different different mature reader things he's done. I read his mature reader work when I wasn't an adult, when I was in middle school. So we go way back, and his stuff hasn't really changed. It's just as step over the line as it's always been. It's just now things are a little bit more sensitive. Walking Dead, I know you read last issue. Last issue was intense with a major big deal death. I'm not saying who still, but you probably know because it was last issue. Look at this cover with Negan. This cover made me actually like Negan. Like not just enjoy the funny things he says that are so ridiculous, but actually like him. And if he's winning me over, is he winning Rick over? Is he winning anyone over? Like, can people really change? Maybe. This issue was great. This issue was so satisfying. It just shows that Kirkman is a masterful writer, and that could actually serve as the final issue of the series. It was that much of a nice ending, but no, it's about continual survival, so it's going on. And there's also a Walking Dead Pride cover, which a percentage of the proceeds go to a gay charity. I didn't really look at what gay charity it is, but it goes to a gay charity. You know, probably equality something. But I do know that it goes to that, and we bought it at a lower discount, so more money goes to the charity ourselves. So the retailers did our part with it, Image did their part, and now you guys can buy it and do your part if you support it. And Paper Girls 15's out. Great twist at the end of this. Great Brian K. Vaughan type of classic twist, but yes, I'm not going to even hint at spoiling that, but it was cool and a long time coming. Wicked and Divine Volume 5 is out. If you get it in the collections, that always does crazy well for us. Ash versus the Armored Darkness, see where it says $3.99, and then there's a S-Mart special sticker over it that says 99 cents. This is a 99-cent issue, so you can have it for $1. It's the crossover of the same properties, so it's not going to get any bigger fan base than the fan base for Ash and Army Darkness, but it's verse, so you know, if you're a fan, get it, obviously. And then this one, weird for Dynamite, Gwar Orgasmageddon. I mean, I guess they've already done Gwarmageddon. I'm not a Gwar aficionado, but it's Gwar Orgasmageddon. It had one, my guy Hiffhoff that I'm friendly with, he did a variant cover that has Trump being pissed on with a golden shower. I don't have that, obviously. It's his limited cover, so it is what it is. But you can Google that and chuckle if you want, or get offended and post about it on your Facebook feed. But this was a ridiculous issue of just full of absurdities, full of vulgarities. And if you are a Gwar fan, I'm positive you will like it. It's written by members of Gwar, so there's that. If you don't like it, then you don't actually like Gwar. And if you don't like Gwar, that's fine, don't get it. Moving on. This issue of Batman, every epilogue is a prelude. You see Batman and Catwoman on the cover. Huge thing happens here. I know I sound like Trump again, but it's huge. This is, I can't oversell the ending of this, and how after Bruce interacted with his father in the Button, that has such an effect on him that he's making some wild life choices. And that's in this issue. That's in this very issue. And it's one of those things where when I got to the page, I'm like, oh, shit. And I had to instantly almost spoil it for someone else, but I reined myself back, right? It's intense. So seriously, if you're not reading Batman, just flip to the last page and go, oh, shit, and then decide whether that entices you enough to get it. Moving on, Dark Knight 3, Master Race, the final issue, issue 9, everything's wrapped up. It was satisfying. I liked it a lot. I liked it way more than I thought I would like it when it started, because Dark Knight 2 was just eh. But satisfying ending, leaves some stuff open for continuation, like continuing if they want to do Dark Knight 4. Like, obviously, they're going to milk this forever. But all the plot threads in here were satisfied to my liking, and I enjoyed it. And what they do beyond here could also be good. Miller and Azzarello make a good team, so cool. And then Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor special, #1. It's a special on Steve Trevor. I've never cared about Steve Trevor, never. I mean, I don't care. They tried to make him like Rick Flag or Nick Fury. I know he was around before Rick Flag, but still, that's the role that was taken, blah, blah, blah. in the movie of Wonder Woman, he was awesome. Chris Pine had great chemistry with Gal, and I ended up really liking him. And this issue had a whole lot of that same vibe, and it had a heart-wrenching ending with Steve. And no, it's not him going up into an experimental airplane and exploding like, you know, I guess all Steves do in World Wars, Steve Rogers. But anyway, it was a great single issue story written by Tim Seeley, who has done Grayson, Nightwing, all that stuff. If you are in any way inclined to check it out, you'll be satisfied, because I was, and I'm not a Steve Trevor fan, other than that I liked him in the movie. And I guess that's what they're doing here. It's like, you like this guy in the movie, well, have we got the one shot for you? But it was good. And then finally for DC, Justice League America, it's Of America, Road to Rebirth, Volume 1 is here, and it has all those one-shots and the 0 issue. So this is, I guess it's Volume 0. It doesn't actually say a 1 on the spine, but it's what we got as we were reading monthly that led into it after the Justice League vs. Suicide Squad. So it's definitely an integral piece to that puzzle. And if we're going to buy Justice League of America Volume 1 when that comes out, you probably should get this, because it's the same writer and Steve Orlando, and it was good. And then Suicide Squad Volume 2 Rebirth is out this week. Now for Marvel, here's the biggest deal. Star Wars Darth Vader #1, Charles Soule. This is awesome. This takes place like seconds after the end of Sith. Like, that movie ends and this book begins, and he's all like, Padme! And then, you know, and then we're like, forget about her, but you said that, you know, and it's like, no, she's dead, and, you know, spoiler, she's dead. So anyway, it starts right there, like right in that scene. And then we go from there, he's like, no! And then he gets the lightsaber, he starts being a badass. This is the story of Darth Vader building his reputation that we see him have at the beginning of A New Hope, where he's just force choking MFers and whatnot. But, you know, in Sith, he's still a whiny little bitch. He's still like, Obi-Wan, meh. But this is the story of him becoming Vader. So I'm very excited about that. That's the best Darth Vader thing I can think of that I want to read. And Charles Soule is an excellent writer. Secret Empire, Brave New World #1. The hook for this is the Invaders. Steve Rogers' oldest allies, the Invaders, and Namor. Namor, is he a friend or foe? You know, like, you have the original Human Torch, you have all that, and he goes for help, and stuff happens that doesn't go so well for him in the first issue, so we'll see. Doctor Strange 20, Jason Aaron's final issue of Aaron and Bocello. Great run. Yes, 21 came out last week, you're not mistaken. It came out before 20 because this wasn't done. I don't know, maybe they wanted to do a before 20, 420 joke. I wasn't really getting it. They could have just waited 2 weeks. I don't know, but it's here now, and you can have the end of your story. And it was a good ending. Like, all things must come to an end, and you can continue Doctor Strange with the new writer. I talked about that last week, but here it is. Had so many questions about it last week, so thanks, Marvel, but here it is. And Iceman #1, this was charming. It was fun. He's his own supporting character because, you know, there's the time-tossed young Iceman, so he's there at the beginning, but so far with this issue, it's the older Bobby that the story is following. And what's his life like now that he's basically come out of the closet, and where to go from here. So I dug it. He's, you know, one of the oldest 5 X-Men there are. He's never had an ongoing series, he had a mini, but if you wanted to follow his story through here, you should. And hopefully it gets into this stuff where, you know, Bendis did what he did, having Jean Grey forcefully out him with her mind-boggly stuff, which, you know, really isn't, you know, kosher. But where does he go from here? Let's flesh this out. It's Iceman. Cool. And then finally, X-Men Gold. I'm loving this nostalgia kick. I'm loving X-Men Gold. This artist is great. You know, the artist from the first issue, he's gone. He self-imploded, and we won't see him again. But this artist was great. We have new Sentinels. They're targeting mutations, and stuff goes haywire, but we get all the characters we want, and they're wearing costumes, and they're fighting villains. So yes, this is the X-Men I want. This is the X-Men I liked as a kid when I watched the cartoon and read the Jim Lee comics. You know, I'm being a little sarcastic, but seriously, we have an idea of what we want when we want the X-Men. At least have that where you start from, and that's what they're doing. So good times. So that's the week that is. Huge week. Vader's great. If you're buying Star Wars, get Vader. I put it in all the files of all the subscribers that get Star Wars because seriously, if you like Star Wars and you're wanting to read this story like between these two movies, why wouldn't you want to read the one between those two movies, between the two trilogies that is very integral for Vader's origin? And then Babyteeth. I highly recommend getting Babyteeth. And we're definitely keeping an eye on Donny Cates' career. We're definitely supporting him. And we're going to have a variant cover of his God Country Volume 1 with you know, the 2 other stores we do that with. So that's going to be fun. And that's the week that is. Hope you enjoy some comics this week. Thanks. Bye-bye.